All right, bro. Yeah, open up. Hello? I already got mine recorded. Come. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, yeah, that's true. You gotta flush out everything that was in you before you came into the truth, because the scripture in the book of James, I believe it's the first and second chapter, where it speaks about something called the superfluity of naughtiness. Now, when you look at that word superfluity in the Greek, what it means is the residue of what remains prior to your conversion. In other words, something that was in you prior to your conversion that still remains now that you are converted. So the old you, portions of the old you that's still in you while you're in this truth. And you gotta be supposed to cast that old man off, man. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to become a new person, new individual. Now, let's not get it twisted. We know we're in the flesh. And we know that being that we're in the flesh, we're susceptible to certain temptations and certain desires. But see, now that you're walking in the spirit, you now gotta what? You gotta contend against that. You gotta fight against that, you know? With the word. Because the word is what? The sword. You know? Tell you that in Ephesians the 6th chapter. That's right. Yep. That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. And you got it on you? All right, break it out. Okay. Mine recording as well. You, you got it out. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Yep. Come on. That's right. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Come on. Oh, can I? Go ahead, bro. I'm about to break it down. You got it. Yeah, it says, read that part again about the milk.
Yeah, it says, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat.
Yeah, such as has need of milk and not of strong meat. One that needs milk is one that just coming into the truth. Why you need milk? Because you're a baby, all right? You don't have any teeth yet. You can't chew on meat. You can't chew steak. You can't chew chicken. You can't chew on fish. You can't chew on things that you actually need teeth to chew on because you don't have any teeth. Any teeth. You're still sucking the breast from your mother's titty, or you're still drinking milk from out of a bottle. So you're on a baby level. You're on a small level of understanding. So guess what? You need that milk.
That's right. And guess what? Even a baby can't even drink milk to a certain period of time.
Exactly. And that milk represents the, not to cut you, but that milk represents the basics of the scriptures. That's what the milk represents.
That's what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, because a baby, when a baby's just born, you gotta nourish that baby with milk. You
Yeah.
can't give that baby water.
Nah.
The water, the baby, out of the way the baby needs water is through the milk. Then over time, when the baby reaches a certain amount of months, you'll give that baby milk, and then you could give it a little bit heavier solids like mashed potatoes and
Mhm.
stuff that first tooth,
Right.
and over time, like when it comes like 1, 2 years old, you might could give it like rice.
Mhm.
So everything it's have steps to it. There's levels.
Good.
It's the
That's
same thing with the truth. There's levels to this too.
exactly. That's why the scriptures say in the book of Proverbs tells you what? Hast thou honey? Eat that which is sufficient for thee, lest you vomit it up. Now, honey is likened unto this word because it's sweet, but in your belly can be bitter. Why? Because if you eat too much, because honey is a natural laxative. If you eat too much honey, it's gonna make you shit, or it can make you throw up. So if you're taking too much knowledge, amount of knowledge that's not sufficient for you, if you're on a small level and you try to say, oh, I'm gonna break down Daniel, or you know what, I'm gonna break down Revelation, then you wind up mangling the scriptures.
Yeah.
You wind up mangling the scriptures by taking in a certain amount of honey that wasn't sufficient for you. You being on a low level in this knowledge, you weren't on a level to break down nothing in Daniel's or nothing in Maccabees or Esdras or Revelation. And you got guys that come into this thing and they try to move fast. Oh, this guy over here know this, so let me try to get into this too. You moving too fast, man. You can't even name the 12 disciples, man. You don't even know the 12. You don't even know if I asked you who the tribe of Zebulon was, you couldn't even tell me.
Exactly.
You know, you got guys like that. They try to jump over the basics. Like you try to jump over the basics. Like if you can't shoot a jump shot, a regular jump shot, why are you trying to shoot a fadeaway for? If you can't just dribble a ball with one hand, why are you trying to do a crossover?
Yeah. That's the fundamental.
And then if you try to do the crossover, what happens? You lose the ball, you get the ball stolen,
You get the ball stolen.
and then they get turned over to the other team, and then the other team score. Good,
The team is thinking.
yeah,
Scripture saying the race is not given to the swift.
that's right. It's not given to the swift, man. Go ahead, bro.
Like we was hopping on what verse 14.
Yeah.
That's verse 14. When it says strong meat, but it only given to them that are full age.
See that? Them that are full age. One that is a full age is one that been in this thing for a while, been in this thing for years. They started to what? Develop teeth. Now they could chew through the meat, and that's what happens. Anybody that been in this thing for say 8, 9, 10, 11 years plus, 8, 9, 10, 11 years plus, you begin to realize through experience that there are certain things that you didn't understand when you first came in. Now you understand it. Now you actually understand it. There's certain things in Maccabees, certain things in Esdras and Revelation that the elders taught that when you first came in, you ain't know what it meant. You probably wrote the scriptures down, wrote down the breakdown, but you couldn't really break it down yourself. You didn't really know. And then one day you was, huh?
You was on a level of regurgitation.
Yeah, you was on a regurgitation level. The apostle said it, and then you just repeated what they said. Now you get older, you develop teeth. Okay, you are full age now. You develop teeth. Now you can chew through that strong meat. You can chew through that steak. You had a piece of steak and it's real tough, and you gotta like really stick your teeth into it and rip it apart. That's how the scriptures is.
That's
You know, it's sometimes you might be reading certain things that you never understood, and one day you just read it and you just understand it.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
that's right. And it says, even though by reason of you have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
Yeah, you had your senses exercised to discern both good and evil. You caught hell in this thing. You went through different experiences, but the word experience means to try out. So you had your senses exercised, and now you could discern or distinguish between what's good and between what's evil. A guy that hasn't had his senses exercised, that hasn't caught hell, that hasn't been through different experiences, he can't discern between good and evil. A dude that just came in the truth 2 weeks ago or 2 years ago, don't got the level of a discernment of a guy who been in this thing for 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 25, 30 plus years. You just came in. You don't know nothing. You know?
That's right.
That's why you got young guys out there that try to do videos and they mangle the scriptures. You know, I'm going to go to the book of Daniel, the second chapter, and break it down. And you're breaking it down totally wrong.
Can't break down Jeremiah 14:2.
And you can't break down Jeremiah 14:2 probably. You know why? Because they want to be that guy. Oh, look at me. I'm breaking down Daniel, the second chapter, and I was only in the camp for 1 year. You know? Go ahead, Al.
To that 28, and 9, it says, whom shall he teach knowledge?
You got it, Al.
And whom shall he make understanding doctrine? And how he is represent towards the Most High. Because why? The wisdom belongs unto the Most High. And the Most High giveth wisdom.
That's right.
So what Most High giveth wisdom and knowledge to, that's the woman.
Yep.
And that person must be an Israelite.
Mm-hmm.
Or is a elect Israelite.
That's right, Al.
Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make understand doctrine?
Con.
Doctrine is the scriptures. From the book of Genesis all the way to the book of Revelation.
That's right.
And he only opened up to the nation of Israel. And it says, them thou weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Mm.
Why did it say that? Because when you first come into the scriptures, when you first come into the faith, you have to be born again. Now, what it means to be born again, it's not talking about the womb of your mother when you sign the birth certificate.
Yeah.
It's talking about the womb of the scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
When you read the scriptures, it references the scriptures as being your mother
Con.
or a sister. Or
Yeah.
a kin.
What's that? Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, I think.
Yeah. It says,
Call understanding thy mother, and call knowledge like sister, or something like that, or like kinswoman.
exactly. And also it's reference wisdom, knowledge, and understanding as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, it's your mother. So we being born again through the scriptures, through the wombs of the scriptures.
Yeah, you're being nurtured by the scripture the way you're nurtured by your mother.
Exactly. So verse 10 it says, precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little. You wanna elaborate?
Yeah. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. That's how you break down the scriptures. Precept upon precept. That's how you break it down. You know, you got to go. You read one scripture. You know, I wonder what that means. It said this scripture right here. It says let's see. The scripture might say let me think of a scripture. Scripture might say hast thou honey, eat that which is sufficient for thee. Then what does that mean, honey? I don't understand what I'm saying. What he's saying. And you go to the book of Psalms or the book of we go to the book of Psalms. It tells you that word is sweeter than a honeycomb. And you say, oh, now I get it. Hast thou honey, eat that which is sufficient for thee, because the word is like a honeycomb, when the word is like honey. So hast thou honey, eat that which is sufficient for thee, meaning if thou got wisdom, take it as much wisdom as if take it as wisdom is sufficient for you, based upon your level of understanding. Now I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has a different level of tolerance.
Exactly. And that's how you break the scripture down. You break it down precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. You go to this scripture, you go to that scripture. You go to that scripture, and you go to that scripture. That's how the scriptures is broken down. Even when you read the book of Romans, or all the different epistles that the Apostle Paul wrote, he's going into different scriptures in Proverbs and Psalms and all of that. Right? He does that. Go ahead, bro.
That's right. No, you're right.
Yeah,
And that's how the Most High set it up as a puzzle. But the secrets was given to his elect,
that's right.
right? And that's like he has his own he said he was affiliated with GMS, but he's not affiliated with GMS. He tried to break down Revelation the 13th chapter and broke it down wrong.
Oh yeah.
He said that like the mark of the beast was sacred
See, people are stupid.
because he didn't got the fundamentals. He
Yeah,
didn't want to go deep.
that's right.
You know, I guess he was looking for a name for himself.
That's what they do.
So the spirit, according to Revelation 3rd chapter, was it simple with him, or was it diamond with him?
Con.
Because once you go to the basics, you understand the basic, you master the basic, the spirit touches to suck with you, and it take you to a whole different level.
That's right.
But everything goes back to the basics. Because everyone the truth is the basic.
Yeah.
The fundamentals of the scriptures. Because the fundamentals are actually deep
Con.
compared to in churches and most this whole misconception of the Bible is about. So you actually hear the truth to you that's deep. Like you being an Israelite, Deuteronomy 28 chapter, the blessings and the curses,
Con.
and why Israel as a people, as a soldier who's experienced in America, is in a certain spot he ever down.
That's right.
You find out like, oh, that's technically deep, but it's not deep. And that's what
Con. Exactly, bro. Like you said, the basics is what bring people in. Cause when you first come into this thing, what you see out there is what you see the 12 tribe sign out there. You see the missile sign. You see the missile sign out there. Really, when you get into it, now that stuff is deep, but that's really just the basics. It's not like we ain't like a guy that just came in this thing, a guy that just come in this thing, you know, first time coming to the camp. We don't need to be breaking down Revelation in the 9th chapter time.
yeah, he ain't gonna understand.
He ain't gonna understand it.
Unless it's telling a person like, yeah, Cain is Esau and back. You're not gonna understand all of that.
They ain't gonna understand that.
You gotta go to the basics.
How you gonna yeah.
This saying even Israelites might be a little, difficult. We might use terms like, word Jew.
Yeah.
Black people using the Jew in the Bible.
Con.
And over time, start going like, you break it down, and he said, well, Jew, there's only one tribe in the nation of Israel.
Exactly.
It's like you gotta break it down to them on a pre-K level.
That's right. Cause some people,
Like
yeah,
you might say Jew, well, the real Jew are so-called black, but then you might say, well, guess what? The word Jew is only one. Well, tribe Judah is only one tribe of the nation of Israel. And
Con.
you go deeper and deeper and deeper.
come because tell you the truth, some people never even heard of the word Israelite, man. You know what I'm saying? You got check out there. Someone never heard it. Anyone that had, they remember from the book of Exodus. You know, and sometimes even that word Jew go over their head. He said we the real Jews, and they start thinking of MFers with yarmulkes and Shirley Temple curls, wearing all black, and that could turn them guys away, people away from the truth.
And they might think being a Jew is a religion.
Yeah,
And you had to go into like, no, the Most High created 18 nations, and Israel was one of the nations, and it was 12 tribes, and Judah was one of the 12.
and that's why the scriptures tell you. I believe in the book of Romans, chapter the scripture says, it says, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Because everybody's not gonna be fully persuaded. You know, it's gonna take certain people a certain amount of time to fully understand certain things. Current, exactly.
You know, because everybody has a different personality and everybody coming out this level of faith. So, you might use different analogies of sports or athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
Bring that person to your house shop.
That's right.
Or this person might be into college or whatever. You can use different things of college. Certain phrases to bring them to your house shop.
Or like the one thing I like to say, like you got mad at somebody that like to read Shakespeare, and you might say, you know, see you say like I might say like you know, you can't make yourself be the elect. The Most High got to choose you to be the elect. So to be or not to be, that is the question. You know what I'm saying?
And you might say that for the person that's into, like, he's in college and he studied, he might be into literature like that, what he's studying right now in school, right?
Exactly.
And he's got to study Shakespeare, so he's reading Romeo and Juliet. He read Hamlet,
Mm-hmm.
and you know all these different Shakespeare literature. And you might use that, like, guess what? That's in the scriptures.
That's right.
He's a praise to Yahweh Shah.
And another example of that is when you read like the book of Romans, when the Apostle Paul is speaking to the people in Rome, the Israelites living in Rome and living in Galatia. He when he speaks to them, since those are the Israelite foreigners, those are the ones that had lost their way. So when the Apostle Paul speaks to them, he grabs them up through faith, through them having to believe in Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
That's the reason when the Apostle Paul spoke to them in Romans 11 chapter. He said what did he say? He said had the Most High cast away his people? God forbid. He said, for I too am an Israelite. He's saying I too, meaning I'm one as well, just as you are. I too am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. But when you go to the book of Acts, when the Apostle Paul speaks to them, he went to different synagogues and he taught. And it tells you what? He debated with them, going into the law with them. He was going to the Jews in the synagogue through the law, going into how Yahweh Shah is the Messiah. He might go to Deuteronomy 18 chapter, when Moses said another prophet is going to come unto you. He might go to in Psalms, when Peter might go to Psalms, or when it says he's not going to leave his soul in hell and stuff like that. It's like, oh, wasn't he going to be crucified? You understand what I'm saying? They went into the law to show unto them Yahweh Shah, because those are the Jews living in Jerusalem. So they went into the law to grab them into the faith, and that's how it is, man. You know. But
And
that
go listen to your file. I'm gonna wrap it up because
Con.
the storage I have on my phone.
Con.
I don't want to tamper with this shit.
Con.
So Isaiah 28 and 12, and it said, behold, he said, this is the rest where he may call the weary to rest. And the weary is talking about Israel. And it says, and this is the refreshing. Yet they will not hear.
Yeah.
When they hear it, means to understand.
That's right. That's right, bro. That's right.
They hear you, but they don't spiritually hear you.
That's right.
Understand?
Con.
13, it says, but the word of the Lord was unto them, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, there little and there little, that they go and go backwards, that they might go and go backwards, and be broken, and stand and take it. Because you know what? The Lord's only looking for is the light. That's why when we teach and we go on the highways, we're not trying to bring in every Israelite that's walking by passing by the camp.
That's right.
We only doing a spiritual outreach towards the elect,
Con.
because the person that's of the elect is the only one that can receive it.
That's right.
So it says, and fall backward, and be broken, and stand and take it. So that's pretty much the point of that.
Con.
This video was edifying. Today's Friday,
25th.
the 25th of May, and tomorrow is Saturday, the 26th. Lord willing, we'll be out there Saturday, and we're gonna continue on, to the spirit, be honest, Lord willing,
Con.
continue on. So with that, we'll say all praises, Yahweh Shah.
All praise Yahweh Shah.
Hashem,
Hashem Kodash.
and double honor to the apostle and those of Great Millstone.
Double honors.
Shalom to the Hakim GC, brother.
Con.
So, shalom.
Shalom.